We're ready? Right, okay.
I'm ready.
Here is some of my favourite places in and around Glasgow. I'm not entirely sure what connects all these places other than the fact that I really like them. But I'm not sure. It might become clear as we go on that something does connect them, I don't know, but we'll see. So, firstly there's John Square. As you can see, I'm so frustrated I can't actually get onto the square because of all these wallopers racing about in their tricycles.
Neoprene nut job.
I've seen it before. There you go. Main Civic Square in Glasgow. Named after His Majesty King James III. You'll remember him because he's the one that went mad and got thrown out of America. It was initially designed in 1781 but not built for another 20 years. That's not because I was in charge of it. It would take a lot longer if I was in charge. So the headquarters of the council was.
Fantastic.
Got some smashing statues on it. Got Robert Burns and James Watt and Queen Victoria, you know, all the good stuff. Also got the Senator.
Queen Victoria's on that horse.
Huh? What
Wait, put it back.
on the column? So, 31st of January 1919. At least 20,000 striking workers have gathered on George Square. Excuse me. The crowd were very intemperate. Not only did they try to stop a truck, they tried to derail it. A riot broke out, you know, as to be expected. However, it's been alleged that this was because the police charged the crowd, and I just always away. It's just typical.
Is that Red Clydeside?
Hmm?
Is that Red Clydeside?
Well, it's connected, part of that, yeah. So the gathering was declared illegal. And this was only a year after the Russian Revolution. So that, and also the fact that many of these striking workers still had their army issued rifles, because it was just after the First World War.
You interrupted the best part.
And so for these reasons,
Or Dalton.
clear up. And so for these two reasons, the government sought to squash the riot.
Started without you.
Yep, me too. Something.
The violence continued into the night,
Can I get a glass of water, is that alright?
Yeah, sure.
No.
and the police lost all sense of control. So the government responded by sending 10,000 troops to Glasgow.
You know.
Although it didn't use any of the troops that were already stationed in Glasgow in case they actually supported the workers. So the next morning, George Square was patrolled by armed guards, and machine gun posts were set up on the roofs overlooking George Square. And these tanks here were stationed in the galley, just in case. Thankfully, the revolution was averted. No doubt much to your disappointment, Beth. Spared communist tyranny. Once featured in an episode of Still Game called Garden. As you can see, there's poor old Ronnie in the back. So, Central Station.
Oh,
Smashing place. It was built by the Caledonian Railway Company and opened in 1879. Before it, there was a village there called Graveston, which was demolished to make way for the oncoming trains.
welcome to the lecture on Glasgow.
Yep.
Distinctive curved
I'm
buildings,
not looking at you, what?
as seen here, were added slightly later at the turn of the 19th century. Sure, by Don Mack. He believed this would help prevent bottlenecks and overcrowding.
You got a charger?
Yeah, do you have an iPhone?
Aye.
Shot at you.
Shut at you!
Sorry,
Show some
You're
respect.
doing my boxing, you dope.
You ever had a telescopic pole rammed with the sun, don't you?
Oh no, but it sounds fun.
Watch it. The bridge that leads over the River Clyde out of the station was designed by Sombrillo Marvel, who of course also designed the Forth Bridge.
Is that him in the picture?
Today it is the 11th busiest station in the United Kingdom and the busiest in Scotland apart. Take that in. Here on Wind's Umbrella, that is the bridge which goes over Argyle Street, and it was named that because after the Highland clearances, when all the Choctaws come down here to find work, they used to meet there and shelter from the rain. This continued right up till just about the Second World War, and Andy Stewart wrote a smashing song about it as well.
Hey.
Can you sing it for us?
I can play it for you later.
Here's a sample.
Once featured in an episode of Still Game called Family, so you can see it in the background there.
Aye! What do you want?
I don't know.
I don't know! Anything!
But
Anything at all, Jack! I'm no bother!
Sign camera lock.
Kane's
Kane!
over there.
Kane's on the left. There he's there. The model himself. Smashing.
That leads us on to our next place.
Absolutely smashing.
Royal Concert Hall. Smashing place, I just love that place. It was designed by Sir Leslie Martin. It was built at the top of Buchanan Street. It was built to coincide with Glasgow being awarded the City of Culture in 1990, because the previous cultural hall had burnt down in the 60s, so it thought it'd be a good idea to have one.
I don't think it was in like the Naked Gun or something like that. That Leslie guy.
What you
Well,
saying?
that's,
What is it called? I don't know, what's his name?
I can't remember.
That was Leslie.
Leslie Nielsen, that was his name.
Oh, that was it.
He
Keep
said
all
it was
questions
yourself.
till the end of the presentation.
Please hold questions.
Shut it.
I
I have many happy memories of going to the Royal Concert Hall to watch the Singing Celt. That's where I've learned all those Scottish songs that you also love. But I also have many bitter memories of like crying my eyes out because I couldn't go on stage.
Well, I was in the video to tell you that. I was in
You get picked!
I was in the DVD.
I don't know if I can cope with that.
So jealous.
And Nelson
I
Mandela.
really need to explain to the non-Scottish people at the Singing Kettle.
That was my Make-A-Wish.
Singing Kettle were like a folk band but for children.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
they were great. They were kind of like the Wiggles.
But except
Except
they
like
played
no
like good
wallopers
folk
and no
songs.
listening.
Like Can't Shove Your Granny Off the Bus and you
Yeah, yeah.
know, the Geely Peace song. Once featured in an episode of Still Game, an episode called A Fresh Light, where it was transformed into Delaney's department shop, where you can see Winston that's shoved a lug. He's a security guard there and he's about to, he thinks he's going to have a night of fun in the shops when it's closed, but actually he's just going to have to sit in the security office all night.
Sure.
Smashing episode. The People's Pal.
That's a
I just
good.
love this.
That's a good picture.
Oh yeah, you can see the excitement on my face.
We've got stuff later.
I was going to say that. To do a laxative.
That's really what we've got stuff later, that's what
You do what I know about that, right? So it's a museum dedicated to the social history of the people of Glasgow. It was opened on the 22nd of January 1898, which is actually my brother's birthday. Not that year, obviously. It was opened by the 5th Earl of Rosebery, a former Prime Minister nonetheless. And at the time, the East End was one of Glasgow's most deprived parts of the city, and so it was designed to be a cultural centre for the people of the East End. So that's why, you know, we're so advanced now, whereas Mary Holt, you didn't get one, so that's why you're in the Today, the museum has some great museum pieces on tenement house, crime and punishment, and Ramsey Nesbitt's string fence. Whereas there's also no Bradley. But there's one particular part I like about the People's Palace more than anything else, and it's this door. I don't know what it is about the door. Maybe that nice shade of brown, maybe the archway, I'm not too sure. But something about it just really gets me going, you know.
Whoa.
It was featured in an episode of Still Game. It was in the second last episode ever, and Winston get married in it, and they met an old friend who told them he was a curator. Turned out he was actually the Janet, and that was his office in it. Maybe that's why I like that door so much.
Yeah, maybe.
The GFT. You ever been there? Smashing place. The
Man, I
only
look
place
like
watched
depressed.
a show at the GFT.
Did you all go
Run
on
by
that
a man
trip
that
in
is
Glasgow?
spiky and spooky.
That's very
I love these places, it's my favourite place. I don't know why.
Put it back if you get your fingers up in that picture.
No, I do not.
Put it back. Put it back.
No. we need to use all the time, well, as least time as possible, so we'll get plenty of time for you.
Yours is red longer than mine.
No chance. So, GFT is an independent art cinema. It was opened in 1939. It was the last cinema to be built in Glasgow before the outbreak of the Second World War. In 1973, it became the Glasgow Film Theatre, and basically, not only do they show all the latest films, they show independent films, art films, and my personal favourite, old films. I once went to see The Great Escape in it, and it was fantastic. It was like I was actually in 1963. I was expecting to come out and be shocked by the news that President Kennedy had been shot. I was featured in an episode of Still Game called Scones. Smashing episode.
Run by a man
Smashing
who is
episodes.
spiky and spooky.
Cannon
Oh,
Street
you guys are
Underground
not
Station.
being done.
Now, you know how much I like the Underground, but there's just something about Buchanan Street that I really like. was built in 1896 along with the rest of the underground when it was known as the subway. And when it was originally built, it had just one single island platform like all the rest of the stations. However, during the 1977-1978 modernisation, another slide platform was added. What more could you ask for? That's brilliant. Along with St Enoch Station, which is the next along, it is the only station to have an underground ticket office. Brilliant. However, it is not mentioned in the chorus of the song about the Glasgow Underground. It's one of the stations which isn't mentioned, much to my disappointment.
Wait.
But
There's a Glasgow Underground song.
Well, you don't know this song?
I do not know this
It's
song.
phenomenal.
It's one of the best songs.
I request at the end.
It's one of the
play the
best
song.
songs ever written, and it was written by the same man who wrote Scotland the Brave.
Have you listened to that on the underground, didn't we?
I listen to it every time I go on there look.
Okay.
So I mean, he should have been
In
able to
fact, maybe.
put Buchanan Street Station in his song if he can write Scotland the Brave.
Bloody
So
disgrace.
that's the one disappointment.
Okay.
Once featured in an episode of Still Being, you can see it there, like, you know, just looking brilliant in the background.
Oh, that sounds great.
What's he saying? You any Perry Como, son? Oh,
What you do to me when you're holding me tight.
Oh, this is amazing.
you any Perry Como?
So, Wicks on London Road. I just love it. I don't know what it is about this
That's
place.
such a good picture.
There's something of this place. Something about that place I mean,
your wrist.
I don't like.
Me? I was.
I showed that to Paul and he was like, "Is there something wrong with it?"
Several things.
You look so happy.
Nah, I was trying to like,
love that place.
I was trying to produce like the picture.
Why are you going now? You look like that on your finger stand and carry your wrist on.
I don't like DIY, but I love Wicks. It's like a treasure hunt. You go in there to find, like, say, look, you're looking for paint, and you look, say, you ask somebody for help. You say, can you help me? I'm looking for paint. And he goes, no, I can't help you. I'm carpet.
They are carpet.
So then we end up stuck at plasterboard looking for paint. And we're stuck in there all day, you know, and then before we know it, you're at power tool. You're looking for paint. But then you have a nice wee distraction when you get to the kitchens, because the kitchens are nice. But eventually you get to the treasure, which is the paint you've been looking for.
Oh, that is
And
amazing.
so, I mean, it's like a big day adventure, you know. It's like one of the escape rooms.
That is actually one of the best days of my life.
That was fantastic. We were so happy when we got that paint. I mean, we didn't need it, but once featured in the episode was called Fresh Light. You can see them there. Sadly, the Wicks has now been reduced in size to make way for the range, so you can't actually get to that bit. I mean, although we did sit there when we were in the cafe.
Oh, wait, that's it
There
then.
you go.
Good tomato soup.
So, the next in my list of favourite places, McDonald's on Argyll. As far as I understand, this was the first McDonald's in Glasgow. Opened sometime in the late 80s. However, the internet's a bit tight-lipped about that. So, you know, McDonald's offers a very extensive menu. You get, you know, your burgers and your chicken nuggets and all that, and your fries or chips, as you should be called. You know, all the good gear.
That was a good gear.
It was featured in an episode of Star
Oh, we never did that bit.
Just did it there.
I know, I mean like the bit where they're like looking at the thingy.
I don't really like try and escape to go to McDonald's the whole day, you know. So, my next favourite place, McDonald's in the St Enoch Centre. I have many happy memories of going here as a child. Brilliant place. Again, McDonald's is a very extensive menu. You get your milkshakes and your McFlurries, you get your hot apple pies. You've got to be careful, they'll burn the mouth off you.
Oh no!
You know, really good. If you've never tried McDonald's, you should definitely try it. Once featured in an episode of Still Game, it was the same episode as the last McDonald's. So, Buchanan bus station. I don't know what it is about this place, but I just really like it. There's something about this place that's just smashing. Main and only bus station in Glasgow. That isn't always the case. There used to be two. There was one in Anderson, however, that one is now closed. It was built in 1977, and if you've been listening, you will know that it was before the concert hall was built. So the station was actually on Buchanan Street.
Is there a quiz at the end? Is there a quiz at the end?
There could be. And this station holds the honour of being the biggest bus station in Scotland with 1,700 bus journeys depart every single day.
Wow.
Take that in.
Wow.
It once featured in an episode of Still Game. The episode was called Saucy and it guest starred the lovely Dorothy Paul.
Band says we could never be. I'm married to your sister, Mom. Any feelings I have for you ain't worth the hell of beans.
Oh, your tennis sweeties and all, Molly. Thanks. Now, you look after yourself.
Well, this is like my story room.
Here's one last freebie for you, Tam.
See.
Any feelings I have for you ain't worth the hell of beans.
Good one, man. Maybe things
So, moving on. Buchanan Street Underground Station, Queen Street Station, it'll change travel later.
I get that to uni.
Oh, you're really? I mean,
Yeah.
you know the joy that thing produces.
Joy.
I could go on that thing all day. Just keep going on.
You told Dad you do go around.
I could just go around that in circles.
We
For
did.
those of you who don't know what travelator is, it's not something out of Doctor Who. It is a cross, it's like a cross between an escalator and a conveyor belt. You get them at airport.
It's like the TARDIS on wheels.
So, I just love anything. It was once in an episode of Still Game called Who.
Oh, I never knew you actually cooked it. I'd have done that.
Oh, I didn't want you like getting caught in the thing or something.
Oh, I'd have actually like decked it.
So, next on the list of my favourite places, this derelict shop on Maryhill Road. I don't know what it is about this place. But
You've been there, Bradley. That's Bradley's house.
Oh, that would be brilliant. That would be brilliant if you just moved in there. There's something about that place really just gets my blood going. It's just, it just gets my blood pumping. No, that's shop. It's just smashed.
Easy there.
It's just smashed. It once featured in an episode of Still Game called Cairns. So there's Winston, he's going in, he thinks he's just won the jackpot here. He thinks his accumulators come up and he's won about £32,000. However, what he doesn't know is the bookie's just scarpered with the money. He just drove away in front of him, so he's away in to get his money and he's only to find the bookie's gone.
Stevie, why don't you cut off your boss and come back as your sister?
That was a smashing episode. So there you go, that was a few of my favourite unconnected places in Glasgow.
Unconnected.
Oh yeah, totally unconnected.
Wait, where did the other ones go?
Is that it?
I never used it.
Oh, you never used it? Take it back.